We're good to
And
go.
people will get the message as they join, yeah?
Excellent. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. This is, Susan, is this our last Meet the Expert session of 2024? Have we got one more to go? Excellent.
On the new day to the Thursday, people asked and we listened.
We did, yeah. So yes, from 2025, almost everything that we are going to be doing will be condensed into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of a week. That's based on feedback from a number of members, some of whose companies are working condensed hours and actually not working Friday at all. So it didn't suit them that we're running events on a Friday. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Do indulge us. The team here have been doing an enormous amount of work, partly consulting with our membership and listening to a mix of praise and frustrations, but also doing some of the background work to try and create a compelling and useful package of support for our members to do what we're all here to do, which is to go on a journey towards a net zero positioning for our businesses. So what we're going to talk about today is some of the changes that we're making, but we're going to take the opportunity to reintroduce the team and our key partners, because some of the feedback that I had in a number of my meetings was that things were not as clear to our members as they could possibly be as to just who are you, who specifically are you, what do you all do, how do I engage with you. So I'm hoping that through this and through the work that we're doing next year, that all of that starts to become clearer, more responsive, and easier to work with. So what we're going to run through today is we'll talk about who we are, do a quick introduction. We'll talk about some of the impact that you guys have made as our community. We'll talk about how we're structuring the 2025 program. We'll talk about our new digital space for Net Zero Nation, which we're calling Nation. And then there's a space for questions and your input as well as we go through. So we have opened up this session to both members of the Net Zero Nation community and anyone else who is interested in what we do and wants to find out more. So I will talk a little bit about Net Zero Nation itself. The organization was established during or in the run-up to COP26 in Glasgow. And a number of people got together and said, how can we create a lasting legacy of COP being in Glasgow? We've got some of those people on this call today as well, and I'll be introducing you to some of them as we go through. We operate not for profit, and fundamentally, we are about enabling a community of companies to come together to go on a net zero journey, unlocking opportunities from peer learning, from understanding how to structure a journey that's independently verified and brings real benefits to companies. So we provide carbon education. We provide the tools and the ability for you to have carbon accounts and carbon reduction plans. We provide certification for that journey that you're on. And from the feedback we have from our companies and some of the evidence, we contribute to business resilience. We create opportunities for growth. We create opportunities for cultural change inside companies. But at our heart, we're a community of businesses who are working together to increase sustainability and reduce the environmental harm of our activity. It is as simple as that. The way in which we go about that is through community activities, but also an initial one-year accelerator, where companies will go through a program that I'll talk through in a little while. I do want to introduce you to the team as we stand right now. We have all of these people on the call here. So I'm going to start and go from right to left and say, Susan, good morning. Do you want to say hi?
Good morning. Yes, I'm always happy to say hi. People will, hopefully most people know me because I've been here from the beginning. I'm not sure you're sharing your screen, Stephen. It's coming up at the top in a small window.
How very strange. If other people can't see that, I'm going to stop the share and restart it, and we'll see what happens. While I'm doing that, I'll get Sharanya to say hi.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Right. And could someone confirm if I'm now sharing my screen properly?
Yes.
Perfect.
Excellent. Kendra, good morning. Kendra runs our finance and operations.
Morning, everyone. Good to see so many of you on the call.
You're going to hear a lot from Em. So Em, say hi.
Good morning, everybody.
And I'm not sure if Nadim's able to join us today. I know it's very busy. Nadim, if you are there, say hi. And if you're not, then we'll dub an AI of you in, and I'm sure you're not going to object. I'm sure many of you will know Nadim, particularly if you're involved in any of our Focus North cohort groups, where Nadim runs that for us very, very well. So thank you to all of this team for bringing together what we do. So we also have on the call, hopefully, some of our partners, and I'm going to get them to just explain a little bit very briefly about what they do. I'm going to start, I believe we've got James with us from Notch. Hi, James. We had James with us from Notch. Joanne, are you there?
Classic.
Oh, there.
No, I started talking on mute. So
Don't worry, we're recording it. It's fine.
Nice to meet everyone. I think I've met a lot of you before. So yes, so Notch is the carbon accounting software platform that powers the Net Zero Nation ecosystem. We're going to be running a lot more sessions. We're also going to set up a group. So if you've got any questions when you're using the software, we can get those answered. We're also developing the software, and we'll be launching in 2025 modules that allow you to create product level carbon footprinting and project level carbon footprinting. So we're seeing lots more demand for that. So as your data improves, as your confidence grows, as you want to do more with it, you'll be able to do more and more within the Notch software platform.
Perfect. Thank you very much, James. And certainly the program we've got ahead for 2025 sees a lot more from the team there. Do we have anyone on the call from our partners at Net Zero International? I don't know if David or anyone else is there. Sharan, can you see if any of the NZI team are in?
I don't think anybody from the NZI team's here.
I think rather exotically, they're both in New York. So,
of course, yes. So let's not talk. I'm sure they rode. It's fine. Their carbon will be fine. Most of the people who've been part of one of our programs will know David and the team from Net Zero International extremely well. They are our tame carbon experts and bring an enormous amount of value to the programs that we run, and certainly guide all of our companies into getting their first year of carbon accounts in and ready, and then also building the carbon reduction plans. I did see some of the also reliability team come in. I don't know if Jamie
and Alana.
Would either of you like to say hi, or both?
I'll happily say hi.
Hi. So the team at ILSA are part of our program delivery group and do an incredible job, particularly with companies who are in their initial cohort year of the program with us, but also beyond as well. They've done a lot of work in North Asia and then beginning some work in East Asia as well. And a really interesting program happening right now across the islands, specifically Arran and Cymru, which I think there's a lot of energy around. So great work from ILSA and ILSA reliability team there. So that's our core partners. What I would like to just talk about is the fact that I've spent a lot of time talking about what Net Zero Nation does. And actually, the most impressive thing we do isn't the thing we do, it's the thing that you do. And that is that we are actually having an impact on how small and medium-sized businesses and larger businesses with their supply chain are making an impact on the carbon in their business. So when you look across our entire community, 175 companies, we have had 16 cohorts, and that number is growing really very quickly. We are planning to grow, almost doubling our size every 7 or 8 months. So what we're doing is becoming at scale. And we have over 500,000 tons of carbon under management and a benchmark reduction of 23% in the carbon under management. We also have multiple occasions where member companies that are part of what we do have seen a direct impact on what's happened in their business as a result of it. And we have several examples where people have put in for large tenders that are transformative for the business. And part of the reason that they've won those tenders has been that they have had an excellent score, a gold standard level score for the environmental impact element of the tender assessment. So not only are we having an impact on carbon, but we're having an impact on the commercial realities of the company. So remember what we do. So I don't know, Shirani, do you want to add anything to that in terms you're probably closest to the data of anyone in our core team here?
Yeah, nothing more to add. This is just an average number that we have. There is more still under management, but these are what have been benchmarked as of now. But the numbers are going to be higher.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you for that. Okay, let's get on to why we're actually all here, which is about the 2025 program. And this change to the program that we're seeing coming through is largely based on feedback from the community. And historically, if you look at what we've done, we've had a one-year accelerator where companies participating have gone about a structured program that many of you here will recognize from those of you who are part of our community. There is a month 0 through to month 12 program where you get onboarded and you're welcomed. And there's the master session, which is the carbon education piece. And then a whole series of understanding not just the carbon accounting software, managing your carbon, maintaining the measurement element, right through to the point where a company will graduate. And historically, there's been quite a clear demarcation between your accelerated year, where you work in cohorts, and then moving on to what we might call the net zero journey, which is your benchmark for carbon, and you've got a structured plan in line with the science-based targets to get to net zero. We're going to change that up a little bit. We will still have cohort groups that allow companies to achieve that benchmark year with independently verified accounts. But we're also very aware within an organization, there are things that you learn, there are things that you do, but organizations don't stand still. Teams change, people have different areas of responsibility, people come and join and leave, and sometimes it's difficult to make all of the sessions and to get to a particular session in your cohort. So we are going to run regular elements of the program, which anyone can join regardless of the cohort. So there will still be a cohort element for your first year that allows you to hit the milestones in the groups and to benefit from the peer learning. But if you can't get to your carbon education session, that's not lost and you're not left just reading it. What we're going to do on a regular basis is that we will have open community sessions where you can attend notch training, or you can attend carbon education, or you can attend any one of the particular sessions. And whilst you may not be in your own cohort, you'll be within the community and you'll still be benefiting from that program element. And what that allows us to do is that we're then able to extend the invitation to continue the learning and the doing journey beyond year 1. And that means if you have a new member of staff coming in, or someone feels like they just want a refresher within the program, you will have constant access to expertise and to training and to refreshers on all of the elements of your carbon reduction plan and the cultural change that you need to achieve throughout your entire journey beyond year 1, which was some of the feedback that we had, that once you'd completed the cohort, the question then was, where do I continue to see particular aspects of keeping the knowledge fresh within my business? And so we've responded to that by really bringing together what was the cohort followed by the community journey and bringing that all together so that you continue that cohort style learning as much as you want right through. And now we've had to build some tools to enable that, and to be able to scale up how we are able to deliver a combination of cohort-based peer learning and broader community learning on an ongoing basis. So there are a whole series of elements that we've put together here, and you're going to see a lot of these happening throughout 2025. And there'll be a regular diary which will give you opportunities to attend notch training. James, your team are going to be very busy because we'll also be doing some Ask Me Anything sessions as well. But really the notch program and the notch software is sort of the backbone of the carbon accounting that we do. Right in the center there, we are planning to hold a climate community conference on the 18th of February. And I would invite everyone at the moment just to drop that date into your diary. there will be more details coming, but we have the opportunity to use the assembly rooms in Edinburgh to bring our community together as part of a broader diaspora conference that's going to be happening on that day. And the team behind the conference have very kindly given us the opportunity to use some of the space, and that felt like too good an opportunity to bring everyone together to miss. There will be some developments with our carbon awareness training. Many of you will have been on master sessions, but we are looking at ways of offering more and deeper training, including some CPD recognized training. And there will be more coming up on that during January and February as we pull that plan together. We will be running more regular whole community calls on Ask Me Anything, request-based calls. So one of the things that Em is going to talk about in a moment is our new digital environment, and that's going to unlock a whole lot of abilities. So, for example, if there is a demand to have a food and drink group where you can share experience and information, then we will make that happen and give you a space where people interested in sustainability and carbon reduction in food and drink or construction or any of the other sectors, you can have a space within Net Zero Nation to do that. We also will have continue our program of Meet the Expert sessions with actual experts, not just me talking about what we're doing. And we have a whole series of things happening around community value partnership and opportunities for you to engage in that as well. So if anyone's got questions about that, some of those questions we can answer right now. But I think the most important thing is to show you the tool that we're going to use that will allow you to access this without it becoming super cluttered and difficult. And what we've done is based on feedback. We've gone out and we've created our own digital space for this community to exist that's going to allow us to have a single point of reference. So I'm going to hand over to Em at this point, who I think very slickly is probably going to take over the screen share at some point. And we'll talk you through our community platform that we've built. Over to you, Em.
Thank you very much, Stephen. And hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Can I get some reacts in the chat? Anyone having a good day? Excited for Friday? Yeah, there we go. A couple of thumbs up. Oh, heart. Excited for Friday. Everyone loves Thursday because it's nearly the end of the week. Glad we're doing well, folks. Very glad that we're doing well. So, as Stephen says, we've been working hard on a brand new space based on feedback and a tool really to support your net zero journey. Any questions you've got as I'm going through this, as Susan's just helpfully said there, do drop your questions in chat. They'll all be answered at the end, and we'll have plenty of resources available for any questions you might have. Without further ado, I'm going to crack you into our brand new community platform, which we're calling Nation, which is the home of everything net zero and everything to do with your net zero accelerator. And we'll start here with the homepage. And as you can see, this is one for myself. You'll see me quite prolific on the platform if you choose to join. Here just to help the community. But what this page means for you is that you'll have your own one. So upon signing up to Nation, and there's a link in the chat to make it easy, you'll be prompted to give yourself a username, profile picture, and a cover photo, just like any other social media platform. The difference with Nation is that this is a dedicated space only for colleagues and companies who are working to embed net zero into everything they do and working towards sustainable outcomes. This space, when you create it, can be either for your own colleagues, perhaps people who are central to the cohort experience or central to your communicating with your accelerator, or it can be for your business to advertise new opportunities, show us your progress, or even upload your carbon accounts and your carbon reports once they've been completed at the end of your journey. This page here will serve as a space for any of your members or your company to show absolutely everything that's going on in your business to do with not just net zero, but any products as well. It's a perfect place to advertise. And this is a space all for you. Part of that leads into our community groups, which Stephen touched on earlier, which we'll be taking feedback on. And if you have any recommendations for groups, do let us know and get in touch. You might be wondering what they are, and they're slightly different from your personal page. So your personal page is like a Facebook wall or an Instagram reel, and it just applies for you. But these groups are the shared part of the community, starting with the ecosystem. Some of you may know our old forum, either on our website or on Wix. It was also known as the ecosystem, and this is the new home for that forum. So eventually that will come down and absolutely everything is here. You've got all of the information, all of the news from the community, and this is the perfect place for you to share your progress, but also to let everybody across the community know what you're doing. Anyone who's in this group will get a notification when you post to let them know what's going on. They can subscribe to your posts to get direct notifications and keep up to date with your business directly, as well as follow your business or any of your colleagues, meaning that they can get in touch with them that much easier, saving yourself a bit of carbon on the emails just with a message, as well as a bit of time. All of these groups have the ability to post in them. That's where you can shout about your achievements, but they also have a group chat function, meaning that if you want to have more informal conversations, or you want to start a conversation maybe away from the comments with a broader topic, comments and posts, you can just type a message in here and absolutely everyone in that group will get a notification. You can also see the members of the group, and that means you know exactly who you're connecting with. And if there's anyone there that you want to connect with directly, you can come to this list, click follow, and you can stay up to date with all of their net zero progress as well. This here, the ecosystem group, is the place to let us know how your net zero journey is going. But it's not just for you to shout about. We've got dedicated spaces, such as the one for the Notch experts and the Net Zero International carbon experts as well. This is a perfect place for you to reach out, not just to the experts within those businesses and have a direct line of contact with them, but you can get news from them, including full tutorials. All videos, all tutorials that you'll see within Nation are uploaded natively, meaning you don't have to have multiple accounts for different platforms. You don't have to follow different links, and you don't have to use your data trawling around. It's all in one place, accessible at the click of a button, with easy conversation, comments and questions to be asked down at the bottom using features like you would find on any other social media platform, as well as the ability to share. Now, when you do share any posts externally, anyone who isn't a member of the Nation won't see that post, but they will be prompted to join. And as members of this community, the value of their net zero journey increases exponentially. All of these groups have the ability to chat with the members, either in group form or directly, or to comment on posts, meaning you're getting tips and tricks straight from the horse's mouth, as it were, but also from other members of your community who might be more experienced or may have experienced some of the same issues that you have. Same goes for Net Zero International, a direct line to your carbon experts. You're able to book appointments, let them know, ask questions, as well as I said, publish any carbon accounts or reports. Beyond that is something that we're really proud of is the circular economy opportunities tabs. Now, the circular economy is something that's a bit bewildering to a lot of businesses because it can be difficult to know where to look. It can be difficult to know who's got excess. It can be difficult to know if these sources are reliable. And here we've centralized absolutely everything. So if your business has a requirement for recycled materials, you can publish a post saying, hey, can we have some of this, please? Has anyone got some? If you have materials that would otherwise go to landfill, but you know they can be used in something else, drop a message in the chat or a post and let other members of that group see, and your business can make the most of it. You can see the members and chat with them directly as you can in any other group. And as it says here, discover the potential of the circular economy and source, repurpose, reuse, and recycled goods for your business that will reduce your carbon impact. Already, we've got Saxon, who are amazing Year 2 members. They're from our East Ayrshire 3 cohort. And they've already got information up about their refurb hub, which is dedicated to refurbishing what you would possibly call past it. Office furniture to make it perfectly usable, more modern and reusable in spaces, saving that much material and honestly a bit of cost for all of their clients. This is the perfect space for anything like that. When it comes to chatting with others, you don't just have to, I've just seen a question there about data from the old ecosystem, so I'll answer that just now. Yes, absolutely everything that was on the old ecosystem will be here, or anything that we've posted. So unfortunately, we couldn't take along anything contributed by external members of the community. However, absolutely everything that comes from Net Zero Nation is here, both in the ecosystem and in the resource hub, which we'll come down to in a moment. And now, possibly for the bit that's most adds the most value for your accelerator and tacks on to what Stephen was saying about our flexible sessions, meaning that the entire experience is a little more accessible for every member of your team whether they want to get a refresher or they are joining new. In these cohort groups, you will get absolutely every notification for the sessions for your cohort. And this will allow you to book them with our events section, which I'll come to in a moment. Also in these groups, you'll find full recordings and all of the resources from your sessions. So if there's a video recording of your session, you'll find it here fully archived and native in Nation. If you want the slides or any resources that were generated during your session, you can find them here available to download to share around your other members of the business. And again, the group chat and member finding functions. I spoke about events there. This is one of the biggest pushing points of Nation, and is born from feedback from our community, from you, our members, is the ability to make these sessions more accessible. So whenever one of your dedicated cohort sessions comes, you'll see a post here and a quick message from one of our team members letting you know that you can now RSVP for the event. I'll show you how you can do that now. You have a core events page, and it won't just be our accelerator sessions that are here. It'll be absolutely all of our Net Zero Nation community events, including this one, which you can see right at the top. Now, to RSVP for any of these, you just need to click it. And by clicking on it, you'll be shown this enhanced menu. It'll tell you whether or not it's a physical meetup, give you all the details with the live map location so that you can find it more easily, get directions, give you all the details of when the event's taking place, as well as any resources you might need to pre-read to prep, and give you any advice for getting into the session. Once you confirm that you're going, you'll get a notification to your email to say that you've now RSVP'd for that session. But obviously, calendars get a little bit messy. That's why in Nation, we've built in a function that means for everything that you RSVP for, you just need to log onto the platform and you have only in this section the events that you've RSVP'd for. And that means you've got a quick list of everything Net Zero Nation specific, and you can plan out your movements from there. It's also a great chance to spot maybe you won't have a session that maybe there's a session that you won't be able to make. Well, that's fine. Go into the wider events, find one that you can make that's equivalent, and sign on for it. And as we progress through Nation, there'll be more and more sessions available into 2025. You can add I've seen a question there. You can add the events to your own calendar. That's best done through the emails. Pardon me. And we'll have some guides up to do that shortly. I'll show you the resource hub where all that sort of thing is focused. You can also see our past events here. That allows you to know what's gone on in the community. And if there is anything that you'd like to request again, maybe there was a Meet the Expert session that you'd like to hear more on, or maybe that you missed and that you'd like to have again, you can get in touch here and let us know. Part of the cohort experience, we also have a direct messaging function. This allows you to speak with absolutely anyone on the platform. Saves you finding an email address because you can connect with anyone that you follow. This also allows you the ability to create custom group chats. So if you're collaborating maybe across your own business or across multiple businesses and you want members all to join, you can have them all in one place, a central point. And within these chats, go ahead and make a quick example one. Within these chats, you've got full ability to share native videos, which will load natively, and as well as media and files. That's the same with all posts on Nation too. You can store art galleries, any files, and native videos. I believe it stores up to 1 gigabyte, which is nearly an hour of HD video, or sometimes 2 hours, depending on the compression. So you can certainly get your materials and promotional materials up. You've also got access to all of our Net Zero Nation newsletters. They'll be made available. You can go from the click links here, including an archive showing you all the previous news. Up here in the top, beyond our chat functions, we've also got our notifications, and that's to keep you up to date with anything that you post to see how your community's doing, but also to any post that you subscribe to. And the beauty of subscribing to posts means that your notifications won't be full all the time. I know that a lot of us use LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is murder for sending along far too many notifications. And this exactly is why we have the subscribe function. So if you have a post that you like, just need to find it. If you want to follow it, click on the 3 dots down here and click subscribe. that's you good to go. You'll get all the updates from that post within that group. We've added ample opportunity to explore the community. You can explore by the most popular posts trending, and that could be the most popular posts from businesses or from colleagues at businesses. You can order them chronologically, but most importantly, you can actually browse our platform by business-only posts. And that means anything that your business posts or anything that you might specifically be looking for in a supplier, say, or in a client that you might like to work with, you can go through these posts, find people who seem to be aligned with your values and get directly in contact with them. For example, Loch Erin of Scotland. Top it all off, we're providing even more tools, not just the connectivity with the sessions and with all of your experts here at Net Zero Nation, which you'll have a direct line to and made more flexible, as I've said, but we've also got the Resource Hub. And the Resource Hub is home to a vast array of tools for your net zero journey, from templates provided by our experts at Net Zero International and Notch, to a graduation gallery, awards news, and so much more. This really is a one-stop shop for anything you could need for Nation. And part of this community, as we say, has been birthed from feedback. Everything about this is to make it as easy as possible. It's as simple as possible. Pardon me. And if you have any suggestions for how we can make that the case, or if you have any suggestions for, as Stephen said, extra groups that might enhance your experience, or more resources that you'd like to see, whether they be tutorial videos, template documents, or anything else, do reach out to the Net Zero Nation team, and we're more than happy to accommodate. This platform is here to serve you and give you the power back, not the power back, give you more power over your net zero journey and your net zero accelerator, absolutely from the ground up. I'm conscious that we've got quite a few questions, which we'll go through and answer. So yes, this is the home of Net Zero Nation, and as we move forward, more and more will be run from here. Thanks so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And we are just getting started on this journey with the Nation, but I hope you can see from here that on our mission to try and provide all the support that we can for our members on their net zero journey. This platform provides us with opportunities to be far more flexible, to do things like create a space for all the engineering companies or all of the large corporates. I'm